I just read what may be my favorite book of 2024, Dear Medusa by Olivia A. Cole. This book, oh my gosh, it completely blew me away. So first off, it is a young adult novel in verse, and my friend Kelly messaged me and was like, you have to read this. And for one, Kelly doesn't usually love poetry or novels in verse. She reads them some, but they're not like her bread and butter, like as much as I love them. So if she's recommending one to me, I was like, how haven't I not heard about this? So I went into it like immediately. She said, I just finished a book I had been reading, and I was like, you know what? Yes. So I got this one from the library and dove right in. I could not stop reading it. I think I finished it in 24 hours probably. It was an emotional roller coaster, and I'm telling you, it just had bars. It just slapped from the opening. I could not look away. So this story, we follow a main character, and she is writing about her life and her own trauma around what we believe to be a sexual assault. And this story just hit on so many levels for me as a young woman who has experienced not all of the same things that this character has, but has experienced just what it feels like to be over sexualized as a teenager because of what your body is. The treatment that she gets from teachers and from boys and from grown men, and just how inappropriate it is. And I think that it just shines a huge light on how over sexualized young teenage girls can be and the negative effects of that. It's like even just hard to talk about because it is just so good. I related to it. This character, her mother and father had recently gone through a divorce. So you're also seeing like her family dynamics are just kind of struggling right now, and her mom's trying to find herself but also feels kind of unavailable to the main character. And then there's some sibling tension between our main character and her brother that's in the house as well. There are just themes about, you know, predators and just how she sees herself in the world, and like how she navigates through her high school experience with having experienced this trauma, and like, is she going to share it with her family or is she not, and what's going to come of it and everything. There were elements to this book that shook me. I did not expect, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil the experience for other people, but there are things in here I did not expect to play out the way that they did, and it was just powerful. So if you enjoy novels in verse and young adult books, and specifically books that focus on the female experience of the teenage years and over, you know, being a victim of over-sexualization of being a female, this book is going to make you feel seen. It's going to make you feel heard. It's going to empower you, and you are going to just feel the emotions. And if you're like me, you're going to be here for it. I absolutely devoured it, and I am going to be thinking about this book for so long. This is a library copy, as you can see. I definitely plan to buy this book and display it up on my bookshelves because it was just that powerful. So obviously I give this a 5-star review. And honestly, this author, I've never read any of her stuff before, and she has a backlist, so you can best believe I am going to be finding more of her stuff and reading it because I love this one so much. Young adult novel in verse, Dear Medusa. Highly recommend.